Alright, welcome to the final part of the podcast. This is Between Views, and still sitting here with Shima Soltani, and this is kind of a section where I have a few predetermined questions. Some just arise as we go as well, but you can answer them, Shima, in any way you like. They can be a really short answer, you don't have to go into much detail with them, or they can be like a long answer. It's totally fine. The one that keeps popping up for me during this conversation, and one that I've wanted to ask for a long time because I haven't done this one yet, is if you, at this point in your life, if you were a teacher or a professor, what would be your subject and why? Like, what would you be teaching people if you had your own course to teach?
I hate being teacher. Actually, I was teacher. I was kind of professor in university. I was teaching marketing before when I was in Iran.
Yeah.
But honestly, my mom is a teacher. My brother was a teacher. So, but I cannot see myself being a teacher because I'm not patient.
Okay.
So, but it's very nice to answer this question because out of the blue, I saw a girl at the beach, 11 years old kid.
Yeah.
She was eager to learn English, so I became volunteer to teach her English. So every day she's coming to my home to learn, and you can imagine how it's difficult for me to teach the English without knowing that much Spanish to a little kid, managing the kid, But for me, actually, it's just, I'm not just teaching English to her, I'm trying to teach her my story and the way being a girl and being independent in this culture. It's my wish if I can put one differentiation, in the past journey of the life of any girls here, because in Nicaragua, the kids, mostly they get pregnant under 15. So there's no protection, there's no education about sex and these kind of things. So, and they are mostly single mother.
Yeah. So
for me, it is suffering to see them like that, because after that their life will be blocked because they cannot go anywhere with the kids. Then another kids come. So
yeah.
I prefer to make a field to train them the real life things. That. Yeah. How is important they are, how is important they protect themselves, and these kind of simple things that make their life at least easier.
Yeah. So when you're saying that, all I can think about is how it's like the most important thing to you to teach to these young girls is actually something that you learnt yourself just like over a long time in your life, but especially in recent years, leaving Iran and coming here. So it seems like what you want to teach more than anything is the lessons that you've already learned, the things that helped you as a female and becoming independent and moving forward in the world.
And maybe if I want to collect it in a one sentence, I will tell them that just impossible is impossible. I made it, you can make it.
The impossible is possible.
No, just impossible is impossible.
Yeah.
Everything is possible. Just the word of impossible is a word,
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want. And I give them the example of my life.
So you take time while you were teaching English, which is actually your second language, right?
Yeah.
And so you were teaching your second language to this small girl in Little Corn, and what you ended up teaching her was some life lessons about how to be like a strong, independent woman and do what she would like to do. And
she's my best friend. We talk about many things,
Oh, really? So you're still in contact with her?
Yeah, she's saying to me that, I'm not improving my Spanish that much, but you're doing that.
Oh, wow. That's cool that you've maintained in contact. That's good. She'll have in the future some really strong things, like some powerful memories, I think, from interacting with you now. And she won't probably even realise until she's an adult how much they've really affected her.
Who knows? But it's about us, you just touch people and then you will move on,
Yeah. Sometimes you don't even know how much you've affected them. I think about this all the time because I'm a teacher as well. I'm a high school teacher by my degree, but I teach a lot of different things as we go. And I think about it all the time. You never know when someone comes back to you later and tells you how much you changed their life. And for you, it can be something that you didn't even think was a life-changing thing. It was just something that you like to do, or
but the energy will come back, you know. They come back to you in a different way, in a different person, in the moment that you don't expect. For me, it happened.
Yeah, that saying about what you put out to the world comes back to you.
Exactly.
As far as I can tell in my own experience, 100% true. It seems very, very true to me so far. Nice. All right. So, next question. For me, I've taken a habit of reading a lot recently, and I'm starting to realize that books can bring some things out in you that you didn't even know you had. You know, you see the information, but sometimes it's not even that information, but you start to change anyway just by reading that information in the books. I have some that are very impactful for me, but I was wondering if there's some that are really impactful for you. Maybe a book that changed your life, if you engage in reading much at all. It doesn't even have to be a book. Perhaps just some information you came across online or in your studies.
No, it's a book, but I don't remember the author, but it's about the internal journey, actually.
Do you know what it's called?
I can search and I will write it down for you. Yeah,
okay.
It's about, they say, being your champion, something like that. I don't remember.
Okay.
Let me I can check.
That's fine. We'll take a quick pause while you look. Okay, so just took a brief pause there to go and find the English name of the book. So the author is Carol Lynn Pearson, and the English name for the book is
The Hero Within.
The Hero Within. And my question for you about this is, why was it so impactful?
This is exactly internal journey that I talk all these hours together about.
Yeah.
That you start a journey from inside, from your childhood, and you have 4 type of journey. First you start, and it's a journey of a champion. You are your champion.
Oh, this is Carl Jung's information from the dream archetypes.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, Carl Jung, and I think Freud even talked about it a little bit, but I think mostly Carl Jung. It's the archetypal things we can see in our mind that we see in our dreams, and they're all to do with our journey from childhood to adulthood. How do you understand it?
It's different type of character that you pass. For example, at the beginning you are a child and you think you need more attention, and then you will move to another part to another part of your character will go through that you will take care of other people, and then at the end of the journey you will be champion, and the point of being champion is helping people to go through their own journey, so they will find out what is inside them happening. And it's really heavy book, you know.
Yeah.
It's just that still I am reading that, and slowly, even in a year I couldn't finish. It's not very big book, but you know, I take it
just
maybe
lots of strong information.
Yes, I go back again, I read, and I go back and I read to understand. It's a lot of things going on inside that, and every time I read it, I compare with my real life, and I get surprised, you know. So I suggest 100% to read it.
So do you see things that you read in there appearing slowly in your own life as time goes on?
It's exactly aligned with my healing,
Yeah.
that and knowing myself and starting my own journey.
So for you, the book that was most impactful was actually a book that aligned best with, I guess, your champion's journey.
Yeah, because it is my journey.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. My brain is just like ticking over right now. I'm sure this is all going to process later. Awesome. So Carol Lynn Pearson, The Hero Within, a heavy book, but definitely worth a read if you want to explore your own personal journey.
For sure.
Okay, so we'll only do a couple more questions and then we'll finish up. So the next question that I want to ask is a bit of a random one. Let's go with, you've been traveling for a while now. You've probably met a lot of people who are traveling, especially since you're promoting for hostels. You'd be interacting with people who are on their own journeys all the time. One thing that I'm fascinated by is how the first time you can go to a place, you can see it and it's so like maybe cheap, or you know, there's not much tourism there yet. You just turn up at just the right time, but then you go back years later and it's not the same. Instagram's caught a hold of it, and then all of the people are flooding in and everything changes to tourism. Do you know of any places right now that are in that period of unknown? Like, what's a place that people don't know about traveling yet? Have you ever heard any tips, any places to go, somewhere that it's kind of up and coming in the travel world?
Iran.
Iran, yeah, truly. Okay, and why would you say Iran?
Because nobody knows what's really Iran is, and they're all the news, and they think that Iran is not safe to go, and when they go, they will get surprised because it's a magical place.
What would someone find in Iran? What would a traveler find in Iran, do you think?
Everything, actually, you have it's a big country. Okay, so we have many variety in nature as well. So we have jungles, greens, mountains, sea, and desert, and also different type of ancient cities. We have Persepolis over there that is for 3,000 years ago, and still you can see that there are, and the history of humans is not just history of a country, because Persepolis was capital of the world. It was an empire. So the empire of the humans, it's one part is in Iran and nobody goes there.
Oh yeah.
So they thought it was Rome or just other part of the world, but Persia was the most powerful in 5,000 years ago. So the king,
Persian
the Cyrus, Empire. Yes, the Persian Empire, the Cyrus was the king of the kings.
Yeah.
And you could see that there are many written things over there on the stones that even nowadays they are not even part of the human rights. In Iran those days, having slaves was forbidden, and even those people, and it was the way of passing from other countries as well. So if you had slaves, you couldn't pass through Iran, and Iran
really?
Was super big, yeah.
So Persian Empire had some strong human rights things happening already,
and many for example, the cities, I don't know how to explain in English. The city, when you visit, we have the way of bringing the water inside the city. Even you can see the pipe 5,000 years ago with a special material to bring the water inside the city and take out the bad water out of the city. 5,000 years ago, just imagine.
Yeah.
These kind of things that nowadays you don't have in even modern cities.
Yes, I'm not.
You will get surprised how they made those things out of nothing.
Yeah.
And how they were smart and clever, and many history. If you love history, that's and also the arts from making buildings, and architects from the different period in Iran. The Islamic part is different art. Before Islam is different part. It's really beautiful. We have, for example, Isfahan, that they call it half of the world. It means if you visit that city, it means you visit half of the world. That much is famous, that country. Really,
it has so much of humanity moving through it over time that you can see most of the world.
Exactly. It's history. I suggest you go through some histories about Iran and you read about it, you will get amazed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess if I was someone who was kind of unaware about Iran, not really sure about whether I should travel there or not, maybe never heard of it, the first thing I'd be asking, because like stereotypically people thinking, oh no, it's dangerous, I can't go. The news tells us it's too dangerous to go, like our own government would say it's too dangerous to go. How dangerous is it to travel through Iran as a backpacker?
It's not dangerous at all. If you are not American, you don't have American passport, because the same America put the pressure for the Iranian, they also put back the pressure, but they don't have any problem with others.
Okay, so
if you are not a person that do something wrong, you don't have any problem, and it's very safe country.
Okay, so would because I actually work in the US, would me visiting Iran be bad for my chances of working in the US again?
There is things that you can enter Iran without putting the stamp on your passport, so you can go. Yeah, they do this because of the tourists.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so Iran is set up for tourism.
Yeah.
Okay, and I feel like as a bit of a theme in general, when places have been in unrest for a while beforehand, that's typically the golden period to go and visit after, is to go and like see people. People are usually very warm. I remember reading a book by a guy called, oh gosh, I'll have to think of it later, but it was called Hitchhiking Through the Axis of Evil, which is a really strong term for it. But that was what George Bush was calling a lot of the countries, Iran and around Iran at the time, this guy goes hitchhiking through there, and he realizes that they're definitely not what was being portrayed on the news. I remember reading that and thinking, wow, like, it's crazy what the media can make you think about certain places, when really it's actually a beautiful part of the world with beautiful and warm people that, you know.
That's our job. I'm a marketer.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing person, so this is our job, you know.
Yeah.
To make some place very beautiful, to make some place very ugly, so you don't go and you pay the money mostly to me, because I know where to promote where, and it's all collaboration.
Okay, so very short one. You're a marketer, did your degree in business, and you're now currently moving around the world promoting hostels, promoting tourism. We've just talked about Iran. In like a very short, like let's say you made an Instagram post, you put a photo and a short caption that's going to make people go and visit Iran. What would you put?
I didn't get exactly the point what you said.
So you're making an Instagram post to promote tourism in Iran.
Oh, tourism in Iran.
Yeah. You put one photo and one short caption. What would you place?
Oh, that's a hard question.
It's a tricky question. Something you spend a lot of time thinking about, probably, but...
Definitely I will put the Persepolis picture.
Yeah,
Persepolis.
Persepolis, okay.
Yeah. And I think maybe I don't put any caption, just go and discover, you know.
Go and discover. Just leave it a bit open and see what... Okay.
Because
keep it simple.
You cannot write people's story. They should go and make it.
Ooh, even that would be a great caption. Yeah. I can't write your story, you have to make it. There you go. Okay. Well, I think, to be honest, one more question and we're done. Very short one. Okay. So we've talked for a while today. Yeah. We're getting near an hour and a half here. It's been a great chat. I've appreciated it a lot. It's felt very natural. You feel very calm to talk to, and you obviously have many things you would like to say, and I think people are going to appreciate this if they make their way to this part of the podcast. So I guess the big thing is we want to leave impactful messages for people, like you leaving a message for that little girl behind, showing her a way of being. If people were to take away one thing from you and your life experience so far, like in, you know, very little words, like maybe one phrase or two phrases, what would you like to leave the people with today?
There is no bad and there is no good. There is just different. It means that it doesn't mean if you are not look like me, it means you are bad, and if you are look like me, it means good. We are just different from each other, and it means just different. And live the differentiation gives you a lot of open mind to live and see the world, you know.
So accepting that everything is just different and being open to it allows you to see the world. It allows you to see more clearly.
Don't put any people, any ideas, anything under this classification, bad or good, because we always do that, you know. You don't like this fruit, you say that's a bad fruit, I don't like it. It doesn't mean it's bad because you don't like it, you know. Just it's different taste that you don't normally used to it.
Yeah.
So we really easily we put these labels to our relationship, to our everything in this world, and I figured out that it's not true.
So I guess to finish up, I want to say thank you, and hearing your message now, what I'd love to say to finish it all up is that this conversation was neither bad nor good. Yeah. It was just a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.